Hello YouTube, I'm Tim, and welcome back to the Tim Hayes YouTube channel. Today, it's a toy collecting video, so a few new additions to my toy collection. So last year I had bought two of those Star Wars Vintage Collection, the Mandalorian, Moff Gideon, Imperial, Light Cruiser Hallway diorama playsets, and each one came with a Mandalorian Privateer action figure. And this year I bought two more of them. Well, I think I might have bought one of them at the end of 2024, the third one. Maybe it was the fourth one I bought the start of 2025, but give or take was stuff I bought in the past 2 to 3 months. So let's look at some of those dioramas now. And as you can see, I've got two of the not the AT-AT, but the AT-ST driver action figures. The one further to the left is a Kenner original, but the Gunny's holdings are reproduction. And then I bought one of the modern Hasbro Star Wars Vintage Collection AT-ST drivers that came with his own gun and helmet, and that helmet comes off the modern figure. So those are two new additions to my collection. And then I've had this Purge Trooper for a while, and then recently I bought this custom animated cartoon Boba Fett online Stan Solo custom version based on the animated part of the 1978 Star Wars holiday special, and he came with his own matching sticker. And then he has his own little gun, and he dropped it. Let's see if you can, yeah, here it is. And he has a cloth goods cape, and I believe the rocket backpack comes off. It doesn't fire at all, so it's just more like the original figure that Kenner made back in the day. It doesn't have the rocket firing thing. Let's see if I can give you a closer look at him. Yeah, there we go. It's probably about, yeah, try to do it like usual Mike does in his videos. Let's get a closer look at the sticker. And there's one of the privateers that came with these hallway play sets, and I've got his little antenna down. That's a neat thing about these more modern Mandalorian action figures. The antenna goes down, but I don't think I've got a single Boba Fett figure that'll do that. And just like in the cartoon part of that that holiday special, comes with, he had this like tuning fork like shotgun. And then one other thing I bought online is this classic Empire Strikes Back mini rig tank, and I should have paid closer attention to what the dealer said on the description. This dome is slightly broken. Little bits on here are broken off that would normally make this snap on, but it had the dome, and it came sold to me with this Return of the Jedi rebel commando, but sadly his gun was not included. His gun was lost, and my brother had one of these when he was a kid, but I don't think I held on to it. He gave it to me, but the one I got from my brother I don't think I kept. So I wanted to get this little tank since it had the dome and it had this action figure, which is pretty bright and shiny colored. And you can see I've got the other hallway right behind it, and you can see that blinking light. I've got a couple lights behind there. Let's get this guy out of the way. And get him out of the way. Open the door. Oh! Don't know if you can see, there's the other privateer. And there's the Death Watch Mandalorian. Have their little antennas down. Let me get one of these lights out to show you. This was something I bought at the drugstore 1 year before Halloween. This light's designed to put in jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween, but you can set it, you can have a blinking light, which is just a regular white light, or you can have the golden orange pumpkin colored light, or you can have this light that goes from blue to red, that blinks from blue to red, and I think maybe green, a little bit of green and yellow. And then one other thing, the other light isn't so much a light, but it's more of a toy. Maybe I took it out of there. Yeah, I took it out. I put it behind the other one. It's not as bright of a light. It's the world's smallest light bright, which was one toy I loved when I was little. Yeah, I haven't done much with this. I've mainly just used it for the light on it. It comes with the little papers and the little pegs, and these pegs seem to be safer than the pegs on the full-size ones. I remember the pegs on the full-size ones would always have a pointy end, and they would nearly stab me in the fingers. But these are safer, and came with the batteries and the light bulb already installed. So this goes on with the light switch. So, see this colored star, which, just turn it off, and there's a little spot in the back of this, little sliding, that little thing can put the pegs in, but I didn't put the rest of my pegs in there. Yeah, I really haven't done much with this little light bright. I kept the rest of the pegs in the bag and the papers and the packaging. So that's just a little fun little collectible toy I love. Which I'm mainly just using as a light for the hallways, but every once in a while I'll probably play with it a little bit. Even though this one's more of a kid's toy, while the dioramas could be either for a kid or an adult. So let me move that out of the way. give you a closer look into the other hallway. Yeah, that's a Death Watch Mandalorian on the left and the Privateer on the right. And then here's my other two hallways connected. See a Privateer out here, and then one in the hallway with Casca Reeves, it's one of the female Mandalorians, and Bo-Katan. I have Bo-Katan's helmet on, and then there's a few of those Terminator, like stormtroopers, robotic death troopers. But I'm going to save all that for another video. I just wanted to focus on the Light Bright a little bit and these figures. One Stan Solo, Boba Fett, and figures I bought off of eBay. I don't know. I think the Purge Trooper was one I bought a while back off of Amazon, but the Rebel Commando, Endor Commando, and the tank I bought off of eBay seller, and then Stan Solo's American distributor sold me a cartoon holiday special Boba Fett, and then that guy came with one of the hallways, and then I believe those two AT-ST drivers I bought off of separate eBay sellers. And again, I didn't have a weapon for this guy, I just bought him loose, so I had to give him a Stan Solo reproduction weapon. And then here's the more modern one that I've taken out of the package. So he has this really rubbery helmet. Let's see if we can get, let me put the camera down. There is unmasked. Pew pew pew. And he has this rubbery little helmet. Shoot. Let's see. Yeah, let me put it down. There we go. And there's the other hallway. I haven't connected these two. I've got two more figures to show off in this video, so hang on. It was deep discount. I bought, I think, the last of those 4 Imperial Light Cruiser hallway diorama playsets, and they had the brand new Tatooine Farm Boy Luke Skywalker figure, so I bought that one. And then I wanted new, more Return of the Jedi themed C-3PO, so when I heard about from other YouTube Star Wars toy channels was this one that came in the Ewok throne, since in Return of the Jedi, when the Ewoks first see C-3PO, they think he's a god, so they put him on a throne. So I am gonna open these two up, so I will stop the camera for now and just open them off camera. Okay, I'm back now, so Let's take a look at all the figures now. Yeah, I have Farm Boy Luke with his lightsaber out, facing Holiday Special Boba Fett, and I have C-3PO. His chair's all put together. Now this one, the C-3PO does not stand up the best. He's got the silver leg, which the silver leg has a smaller foot than the gold leg. So it's, but I noticed, yeah, the knees bend, but the legs will have a little bit of articulations where the legs will bend from a little bit as well. And the waist bends, and then the arms and head move, but it doesn't have any articulation in the elbows. And he's got these little black things in the palms of his hand. I don't know if those are magnets or what those are, but it came with this little box. And in this box, you can see there's a bunch of weapons, so I don't know if these are supposed to represent all the rebels' weapons that got taken away from them when they got captured by the Ewoks. I know after Luke uses his Jedi powers to make C-3PO float or levitate to trick the Ewoks into thinking if they don't release the rebels, he'll become angry and use his magic, and C-3PO doesn't know what Luke's talking about. And then after that, when the Ewoks have finally gotten scared out of their urge by C-3PO, they make friends with everybody, and then I remember Han Solo starts talking to C-3PO, and he says, starts telling C-3PO to tell the Ewoks some things, and one of the things he tells him is, oh, and be sure to get our weapons back. So this thing, I don't know if that is supposed to be stormtroopers or what that's supposed to be. Yeah, all different types of guns in this little box. Yeah, and that Ewok chair, it was in the bubble and on the card back in pieces, so I had to assemble it. So let's take C-3PO out of his chair. Let you see him standing up a little bit. Yeah, you can bend his knees. And he can move at the waist, but then at the top of the legs, you can bend the legs in. But it looks like his right gold foot does seem to be slightly bigger than the silver one. So see. You can see that. Let me fix. I think they just designed this mainly for him to sit down in that throne. They were not thinking about the feet so much. So yeah, it doesn't look so bad if you bend it if you bend the top of the leg. That really doesn't look as bad. But I don't know what these little black things are supposed to be. He's got these little black things in the palms of his hands. Yeah, the guns aren't magnetic. So if those are supposed to be magnets, I don't know. And now that I've got this assembled, I cannot get him to sit in here proper. Let's get a closer look at Farm Boy Luke after he's gotten his father's lightsaber from Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I don't know if that's that looks like a lightsaber hilt. And then he's got that, maybe that thing's supposed to be the droid detector. No, one's supposed to be a droid detector. Yeah, I've got an HD cam, but I cannot get the face to look any better. And those are C-3PO's stolen weapons. I've got the little light bright back there, and I put the other guy, the other privateer back there. Still have the modern Star Wars Return of the Jedi Vintage Collection ATST driver without his helmet on. And then C-3PO and Vintage Kenner Endor Rebel Endor Rebel Commando. And I don't know if you can see that other light. I put the pumpkin strobe light back there. There, you can see it a little bit. Yeah, that little light bright does not really light that up that well. So, I'm gonna fix that. Flashlight out. Hold webcam with the left hand and flashlight with my right hand since I'm a righty. I don't know if that makes it any brighter. There, that's a little bit brighter now. So, Tatooine farm boy Luke with his father's lightsaber, and then little Empire Strikes Back tank with the Return of the Jedi and Endor Rebel Commando with the little dome I have on top of him since that's slightly broken. And then C-3PO and Ewok throne. And then Purge Trooper I've had, and my third and fourth Imperial Light Cruiser hallways, and the two Rebel Fleet Trooper, or no, the two ATST drivers, but I don't have any ATSTs, and the Death Watch Trooper, Stan Solo animated cartoon holiday special Boba Fett, and the two privateers, each one came with the hallway. And look back there, world's smallest light bright, and little jack-lantern strobe light. I need to get some better lights that I can put behind those little red plastic lights which don't light up. Yeah, this flashlight does not want to light up that well, so there's all the extra action figure weapons that came with the C-3PO. So I think I'm going to end it here. So I'm Tim, and thanks for watching my toy collecting video, mainly of Star Wars toys. and the world's smallest Lite-Brite. So keep an eye out for Physical Media update video coming soon. Yeah, there's a few Blu-rays and a 4K in there I want to show off in a separate video. So thank you for watching, and Laxivrak and Darth Wizzy Wizard, I hope you're watching, and Steve, Jedi Maforster in Australia. That was a neat Tanty 4 video you posted. I really wasn't expecting you to do any more Tanty 4 videos since you're so busy with your Star Wars toy spaceships and the Star Wars train set. And I was maybe expecting something like this. You were going to do something like this. And the rest of my friends out there, Analog Toys Tony, Michael Retro Blasting, and Avery Hemming, who's more Physical Media, but he's also a Star Wars fan. But he's not on YouTube. You all have fun collecting, and Sci-Fi Actual, who's also in Australia. I know you're a big toy collector, mainly of Star Wars toys, so you have fun as well if you're watching this. So I'm Tim. Thanks for watching my Star Wars and Lite-Brite, world's smallest Lite-Brite toy collecting video.